Okay, so this video is about New Age Ascension and how it's deception. And I want to go into the deceptions and the things that they are practicing that, are really starting to bother me, and I just need to speak out about it. So this lady, she seems good. I mean, I followed her for, I don't know, maybe a month or two, and then I just started realizing like she has some positive posts, right? And she has a lot of truth. But then I started realizing that there is a lot of things, new age things that seem like deception to me. Um, and from what I've researched and all that. And I'm neither new age, neither religious, whatever. I'm just, with God and I'm with myself. And so I just want to sort of read this through and tell you what I see and hear. So, what she's saying is important and urgent message for all of humanity. Um, so, a request for all reading to share to all light worker groups that you are a part of. So, this is a whole message for the community, the new age community or the spiritual community, people who are connected and blah, 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 right? So, a strong call to action for everyone reading this now. There's a certain tipping of the vibrational frequency. I'm not going to read this all, by the way, of the planet that needs to occur in order to anchor the ascension timelines for humanity. That's just kind of like a whole lot of baloney, but we need to reach a critical mass of 144,000. Now, first of all, 144,000, that's for God's elect. So the 144,000 are God's elect, like God's angels who came to earth, like angels in the flesh, who came to earth to do God's work, specifically, like, and then to go back to Him. The rest of the people on earth, like, that's the bride, and those people are meant to, we're meant to help them and whatever. We're meant to keep them, um, from going to dark places. We have to bring them back to heaven if we can, right? We're all here to learn. But the 144,000, the fact that she mentioned that, I'm not sure that this is, proper. So I think there's something a little bit, a little bit wrong here. So, blah, blah, blah. They want to create and activate a portal of peace that will solidify the optimal ascension timeline. And, like, who the hell knows what she's talking about? I mean, that's fine. Like, I know a lot about New Age, a lot. But, like, I'm not getting into this stuff because I've learned that it's all really crap. Um, it's not all crap, but a lot of it is crap. And so I'm not learning these new things like ascension and all that. Like, even if it's old, I mean, people are really getting into that these days, and I know why. I mean, come on, like, this is pure deception. But let's keep going and I'll explain why. I'm not going to read this all, I'll just go through what's important. But she wants to, and by the way, this is probably just like a reposted, um, you know, reposted post that it might be her, it might not be. I assume she kind of does talk like that though, so who knows? Maybe it is her post, but regardless, you see over here 9,000, people follow this, right? So it's going to be reposted, reshared, reposted, reshared, and then on other pages as well. So we don't know how many people are going to be giving into this. Now, I want to explain what happens when you do this. So she wants to do a global mass meditation to raise the frequency of this planet. First of all, you can't raise a frequency all together by like joining hands and being like, let's do it all together. You raise the frequency within yourself, and you raise that frequency to reach God yourself. Your relationship with God is yours and yours only. You can't share that, and you can't be like, let's join hands and do this together. You can't do it with other people. You can, but you can't. You can encourage other people to connect with themselves and connect with God and connect with heaven and who we really are, your spirit. Connect with who we really are. We're angels. but you can't do it all together and be like, we're gonna like do something great here. Actually, what you're doing, it's called witchcraft. And I came from the New Age community, so I've never even considered it witchcraft until I learned how it is witchcraft. And these people don't know, right? A lot of these people don't know. So, they may have good intentions and they may be very smart, but they're not aware of what they're doing. Okay, so um, what happens when you, I lost my train of thought. What happens when you, okay, what happens, let's say, when you ascend, okay, when you're like trying to get to another dimension, okay, because you want to be your spirit and you want to find the spiritual world and all that, you're actually going into like Lucifer's dimension and those fallen angels. And this isn't religious. Like, I have to repeat that because people just want to be like, ooh, this is so religious or whatever. It's not. It's not. It's really just like studying and like learning about the truth in the world and the spiritual truth as well. So what you're doing, because this sixth dimension is heaven and sixth dimension and higher is all of that. It's like God's world and the angels world. But um you know uh fourth and fifth dimension are actually like um they're like a version of hell. I mean, really, this is where Lucifer and the fallen angels, that's where they reside. But they are manipulating people, and when